is just moments away. It's the Bengals and the Rams coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Matthew Stafford of the Rams.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
From SoFi Stadium. The return is Brandon Powell. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they? I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off. Not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The return is Powell. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. It doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Khalid Kareem there defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
I love the toys in the pocket right here. Protection, absolutely sensational. And he's able to use that protection to scan the field, make sure his receiver came open, and then deliver a perfect pass. That was beautiful.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Hard throw, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, here's Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, 51 yards. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Powell on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Bengals have recovered it.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his second fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attack.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can't try to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Stafford on first down. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers, and it's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run here with Akers. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down and goal. Stafford. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll run for it with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. On third down, Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. They've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rams 14. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And 9 yards to go.
Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take. And that's caught inside the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Burrow. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Quick slant caught by Chase. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Stafford. That is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A 58-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
On on 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
15. First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. On 2nd and goal. Burrow eluding the pressure right. Shreds it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Now here's a throw that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for L.A. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This one to the left to Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
That's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.